Hi, welcome to Exploring Christianity, a Journey of Faith. Today we'll explore the question, what kind of book is the Bible overall? I don't mean the big profound questions of whether the Bible is truth or what the Bible means to Christianity, but the simple question of what genre it is. While this is a simple question, it's not an easy question. The Bible itself contains verses that describe what the Bible is and how it is to be used. One of these verses is 2 Timothy 3:16 through 17, which in the New International Version says, "All Scripture is God-breathed and is useful for teaching, rebuking, correcting, and training in righteousness, so that the servant of God may be thoroughly equipped for every good work." Well, one way the Bible is frequently described is as an instruction manual or even a rule book. The 2 Timothy verse we just read is sometimes seen as supporting this perspective. The Bible clearly does contain both instructions and rules, as anyone who's seen Charlton Heston in the Ten Commandments knows, but I don't think this is the best way to view the Bible. For one thing, it would be a really lousy instruction manual. I've worked in technology throughout my career, and I've read some pretty bad instruction manuals over the years, but I've never seen one that transitions into a songbook in the middle or one that has stories and personal letters mixed in. Ditto for seeing the Bible as a rule book. While 2 Timothy tells us that the Bible is useful for teaching, I don't think it does so in the same way that an instruction or rule book does. In my opinion, looking at the Bible as a list of do's and don'ts, or as a set of step-by-step instructions, ignores most of what's in the Bible and makes the Bible much less than it really is. Over the past few years, I've come to believe that the whole Bible is actually a story, and a love story at that. Consider this plot. A relationship begins between Chris and Pat. They are totally and completely in love. Then Chris is seduced away by an evil villain and becomes separated from Pat. Pat makes it clear that Pat has forgiven Chris. No matter what it takes or how long it takes, Pat is determined to restore Pat's relationship with Chris. No sacrifice is too great. Pat demonstrates over and over Pat's deep love for Chris. Throughout the story, there are several times when Chris draws near Pat again, but then something always pulls them apart. Chris suffers. Pat suffers. Finally, at the end of the story, Chris does something extravagant and dramatic, suffering great trials, and the two are reunited again in great joy and live happily ever after. Now that's a love story, right? Well, this is the story of the Bible. God creates humanity, and we live together in joy and harmony. We are seduced away from God by Satan or evil or our own pride, depending on how you interpret the story. Humanity is now separated from God. God launches on a long-term mission to reunite humanity with God and restore the broken relationship between humanity and God, and also between humans with each other and with nature. God demonstrates God's love for humanity over and over and over again throughout history and the Bible. Humanity as a group and as individuals repeatedly draw close to God only to wander away again. Finally, God offers up God's Son Jesus as the supreme sacrifice, who suffers and dies so humanity may be ultimately reunited with God and live in joy with God for all of eternity. The Bible tells this story from its very beginning through its final conclusion that still lies in our future. The histories, genealogies, stories, songs, letters, and the other types of the books in the Bible all speak in different ways to God's mission of restoration and God's deep and constant love for us. The Bible helps us to come to truly believe in God's love and fully realize that God wants only what is truly the best for us. And in this way, it is useful for teaching. There is an amazing book by Sean Gladding called The Story of God, The Story of Us, that tells the story of the Bible from beginning to end. I highly recommend it. So what do you think? What kind of book is the Bible? Rule book? Instruction manual, love story, or something else entirely? Please share your thoughts with us.